Howdy. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Secures it at the 30.
Return is brought down at the 49. And your Texas A&M Aggies will take over first and 10.
The offense set for a first down play. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys, too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that going in.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Hawkins. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Sooners are flying down the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Snags it over the middle. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Give to the running back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
He'll do it himself. The Sooners will keep this drive going.
Such an advantage when you have an athletic quarterback today in college football because they can help you move the sticks with their legs. Great open field running ability by this QB.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
A loss of 9 on the play. 3rd down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks. He's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Sooner offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll field the punt and look for room. Oh, it's out! The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The give to the single back. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll ride Davis here. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the air, it's Reed. He's got his man. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man, they convert. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there, because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. He wants to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense will go for it around midfield. Try to get it on the ground. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Reed. He makes the grab. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Texas A&M 25, Oklahoma 14.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. I mean, the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1, any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll go to the sneak. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, give on the inside. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Aggies will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. First down here for the offense. The run from the shotgun. Fakes his man out.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Quarterback on the keeper. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick toss. Shakes off the defender. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. At the 40, there he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try.
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Intercepted by Oklahoma. And they'll take over first and 7.
Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Texas A&M 25, Oklahoma 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man quickly. Turns it on at midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through a tackle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Sooners! He got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And that one is picked up in the end zone. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
But sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Fast motion from the offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Using his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run.
That's a tough deal. Right, and you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David, now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real. But you know what happens throughout a season. You lose momentum and injury happens. So they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about. But it's still early. It's week 3.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.